back in this eVideo update. I have with us today Ben Hush, who's the Natural Resources and Infrastructure Director here in our Washington, D.C. office. Now, it's also known as NRI.
That's correct.
And NRI, you, of course, handle transportation issues, agriculture-related issues, energy, and environment issues. So kind of a whole plate full of issues there. And a lot of things are going on in Congress. Now, one that, of course, that we're following very closely right here at NCSL is GMO labeling. And a portion about that GMO labeling is talking about state preemption. Can you discuss that and where we are on GMO labeling?
Yeah, no, and you're exactly right. So last week, the Senate actually failed to invoke cloture, meaning they weren't able to move forward on a bill that would have preempted state laws, both existing and the ability to legislate in the future, any rules or regulations regarding the labeling of products with GMO ingredients in them. Now, obviously, with the bill's failure, there's a question as to where it will go from here, but had that bill gone forward, it would have preempted states, and obviously here at NCSL, state preemption is a big priority for us.
Right. So, of course, switching from GMO labeling now to the FAA reauthorization. Now, this, of course, is several different aspects. It's very important to states. One is, of course, the funding issue. There's a lot that, of course, trickles down to the states' issues. But there's also a portion on there talking about drones and, again, preemption.
Exactly. So in the Senate bill, which advanced out of committee last week just before they left for Easter recess, the Senate Commerce Committee passed their federal aviation reauthorization. And one section in that bill would preempt states both, again, on laws that they've already passed as well as in the future. And here, we have 26 states that have actually passed laws regarding drone usage. And so if this bill were to move forward and become law, we would see a number of rules and regulations that states have passed in the last 2 or 3 years while we've been waiting for the Federal Aviation Administration to issue its own set of rules and guidelines. Those would be preempted. So obviously that is another big concern for us here at NCSL.
And again, there's two different bills. There's one in the House, there's one in the Senate. Is that correct?
There is. And the House bill, thankfully, does not include such a section, although it's very unclear right now regarding which bill is ultimately going to prevail. It looks like this week the House is going to pass a short-term extension. Authorization for the FAA expires at the end of March, but the short-term authorization should move that forward to the middle of July to leave both the House and Senate 3.5 more months to figure this all out.
Good grief.
I know.
Hey, Ben, thank you so much for joining us. That's all that we have time for today. GMO labeling, FAA reauthorization. More information is available on our website, www.ncsl.org. Thank you so much for joining us.